Well, it's a million degrees out here, and to me that smells of barbecue because I love barbecue in the summer. Barbecue doesn't always have to be ribeyes or sausages or this, that, and the other. Today we are going to dig into some really delicious lamb chops from a baby lamb here from a local farm, which is a friend of ours. Small, itsy bitsy meat candies.
Meat candy,
candies.
exactly.
Trust me, they're going to be good. First up, we're going to drizzle them with a bit of olive oil. You don't worry about flipping them over or anything because we're just going to massage it in a little bit. And then we're going to give them a good pinch of salt, like that. And they need a fair bit of salt because they are kind of fatty, and that's the good part. Black pepper. Now, you could go Greek style and put some oregano or this, but that's not what we're doing today. We are going to do something a little bit more special. We are going to do a mint chimichurri, so that's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
That's a new one, yeah. Look forward to
I
that.
love chimichurri and I look forward to try mint one.
It's going to be good. Then in with your hand, flip them around, make sure they get covered on all sides. And then I'm just going to foil these and put them in the fridge, and then I'll see you for the chimichurri. And for our special chimichurri, which is far away from traditional, we are going to start out with a bunch of cilantro. Just going to get rid of the stems here. I'm not bothering to take the leaves off one by one because it really doesn't matter, because we're going to finally chop it, and there is a lot of flavor actually in the small stems between the leaves, so it's pointless to take it out. Could you do this in a food processor? Yes, but I just find that typically it becomes too either mushy or whatever it is. The pieces become too small, so I prefer to do it by.
Plus you like chopping and using your knives.
I like to use my knife.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? And I think that's about as fine as I want it, because I don't want
We
it
want
to...
some texture.
Exactly. So up in a bowl with these. When that's done, we continue with, what is this, 20 leaves of mint. We stole from a garden next door, actually. Ooh, that smells good. Did you know actually that mint is in the same family as sage?
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
Okay. So they are relatives.
They're relatives, yeah.
Wow, I can smell it all the way here, the mint.
Oh, it's really once the essential oils, they start coming out when you chop it, this is really, and you have to think about that actually, how much you put. Half will be too much, in my opinion. And by the way, if you don't like cilantro, of course you can use parsley, but I would recommend against it.
Parsley is boring.
Yeah, so in with that. And then lastly, sweet Florino peppers, I think they're called.
Yeah, florin.
Anyway, it's a chili pepper, but it's not very spicy. It's mild. I don't want to kill anybody. And out with the seeds, like that. And I think I will make do with, I don't want too much of this, but finely chopped. Something like that, I think.
Yeah, it has to be eatable by us also.
Yeah. And I know my little nephew Peter is coming over later. And I know he doesn't like spice so much. There we are, beautiful. That goes in. And before I get rid of my cutting board, I'm gonna mince 2 cloves of garlic. There we go. And now we are going to add to this a splash of red wine vinegar. I'm not sure exactly how much, but let's say 2 tablespoons maybe. It's not exact measurement here, it's flavor and texture. And then we're going to give it a good pinch of salt, like that. A bit of black pepper. Now you could opt to put some oregano here, but I have opted away from this today because I wanted to be with the mint and cilantro only. Then, again, this is not a traditional chimichurri. We're going to add some lime juice.
Well, we find it that it's more aromatic like this,
Yeah,
and more
true.
fresh.
True.
With the lime, it's excellent addition, I think.
Yeah, I'm.
But that's our taste buds. You do yours.
Yeah, you do you.
Yeah.
I think one will do it for now. Let me see. And then,
Olive oil.
yes, spoon. And then I'm going to give it a healthy glug of olive oil. Again, no measurements. This is about the texture that we're getting to. So give it a good glug, stir it around, and then we see what we need, but definitely more oil. And we give it a little bit more. I think we are just about there. You want it to be oily, but you don't want it to be like
Yeah, swimming in oil.
swimming in oil, but it has to have like this kind of texture, so it sort of sticks together. That's what you want. And now I'm gonna grab a teaspoon and do a little bit of a tester here to see where we are.
How is it on the lime and the salt?
That is a fresh take on a chimichurri, trust me. It's very nice. Needs a bit of salt. And then it needs to get in the fridge so the flavors, they can melt together properly over the next half hour, 45 minutes while we move on with our countryside potatoes. And for our potatoes, we are going to use some big local ones here, but I have not peeled them. I have left the skin on, just washed them thoroughly. And actually that's because, first of all, they look good. Flavor-wise also taste better, but also all the nutrients, they are actually sitting in the skin of the potatoes and not in the meat. And they contain a lot of potassium and other good stuff. So we are just gonna cut these in to some regular sized fries. It's not gonna be anything like, just, you know, you can make them bigger or smaller, whatever you prefer. I like them this thickness. We're gonna put that in a bowl with some cold water. So we take out some of the starch and we make sure they don't brown until we cook them. We're gonna change the water probably 2 or 3 times so we get the starch out. That makes a much crispier fry and a super good texture. So I'll continue cutting these and then I'll see you when they're ready. And basically that's it. That took literally no time. So now we're ready to grill some lamb chops and make some potatoes. But these little puppies here, they're not gonna take long on the grill. That's gonna be really, really quick to grill them. So we start out with the potatoes. I took a big handful of them and dried them out on some kitchen paper because we don't want them wet when we put them in the oil. And then we're gonna lower them down. The oil is at 180 degrees and we're gonna let them go down and start frying.
Until they are golden crispy.
Exactly. And then you get the camera and come
Me?
out here so you can see the action.
Okay.
And our Kettle Joe has been warming up and it's blazing hot. And that's what you want. So let me get my meat here. And then they go straight on the grill. And they're gonna be so good. Ooh, that smells good instantly.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, Greek lamb chops are the best.
That is absolutely true. And the small ones here, it is as we said before, it's meat candy. You see here, last one's in. Ooh, that's hot.
That's the thing.
Smell that.
Yeah.
That's just so good. Let's close it up and let's go see how our potatoes are doing. They have long ways to go here. Long ways to go. Definitely 5-6 minutes more. Perfect with the lamb. So a couple of minutes. Let's see how they're looking. Ooh, that's smoky, huh? Ooh, that's looking nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's flip them over. We're going to flip them a couple of times because that gives the best result. All this thing there about only flipping meat once, it's bullshit. Flip it to make it cook correctly. Aye, that's nice. And that little crispy part there, that's the best part. Beautiful they are. Nice and sizzling. They're ready to come out because we don't want them to dry out. This is the perfect spot. So out they come. And the potatoes are ready in 1 minute. So as they cool down a bit, it's perfect timing. They are nice and golden, not taken too far. You don't want to take them further than this because then they just get wrinkly and not so nice. So let them drip here a couple of seconds.
Golden nice.
Exactly. Just off with some oil and then directly on some paper towel. Can you get out here? Trying to. And straight up sea salt immediately because otherwise it doesn't stick to the fry. So give them a nice coating of sea salt. And now we are ready to plate this up for thumbnails so I can taste it. And that's just a pile of good looking baby lamb ribs. I'm ecstatic to try this. I know they're good, but first I want to try it straight up. I don't know if you can see that. But
Juicy.
that is cooked to perfection. And it's super, super tasty. Welcome to Greece. This is Greek lamb chops when they are best. But we made a twist and we put on our mint chimichurri. So now it's the moment of truth to see how this is going to be. And let me give this a try. That's a perfect combination. I'm telling you, that mint chimichurri is all the money. On a couple of paidake like this, happy belly, trust me.